I'm Maggie Metz, and we want to show you how you can outfit your kids with foam rubber art. Basically, what you need to start off any of these projects is the foam rubber. Sketch out her basic idea.
Yeah, we went to a fabric store to find some of the foam rubber that we used for the headpieces, and what we did was found out you can go to a local fabric store, upholstery shop. Maggie found some of the foam at a futon shop, which seems to be a really great place to find the different thicknesses of foam for the mask. So what I always started with was to go ahead and draw a circle for the face to figure out how large of an area we're going to cut out there, and then just start drawing for the flower petals, the different shapes. We can go large or smaller, skinnier, variety of flowers. Whatever, with flowers, there's so many different shapes in nature, anything goes. So don't think you have to be perfect. It's fun. More different flowers out there for the costumes, it's better for the kids.
And design ideas, you can go anywhere. You can go to books.
Go out in your yard and pull a flower out of the backyard or off a tree, or yeah, exactly. Or if that's hard, go ahead and look at a children's book. They'll look at some of the illustrations that have already been done, and that's a really nice reference point too to start with. The creative juices going, I always say. We're just going to do the general shape of a flower, and then we're going to go ahead, and when you're cutting it with our little the tool that we seem to work best and for our purposes here was, believe it or not, our electric carving knife.
What's really nice is that because the arts are really low budget now and pretty much the community has to make things happen, you can go to stores and you can say, we want to put on a fantastic play for the children of this school or whatever the organization, and they'll work with you to give you a price that will work for your budget. And it's really fun when you go out and ask for things for kids and you bring the excitement there, and your heart is really there and you really want to do something good for the kids, and bottom line is their community too. They are so willing to work with you on it. So I went to, we got our foam rubber from a futon shop.
And there's a lot of trimmings and things that they can't use that they will donate and just give you, so it works out really well.
Yeah, we filled our whole back end of the car with all the little trimmings, and we used them for noses and the ears and
just about everything.
Fingers.
And nothing goes to waste. All the trimmings, even that we're going to start trimming here with the knife. I'll show you how to go ahead and cut this out. And save all your scrap pieces, because we're going to use those in putting the flowers together to make it more kind of a three-dimensional look for the costume. Upholstery shops tend to have a lot of scrap material that tends just to be thrown out, so that's a really good place to start too, for even some practice pieces for yourself just to get started on, so you feel more comfortable with putting the costumes together. And that's probably a really good place to start, to get scraps, and then all of a sudden you can build from there. You're going to be you can use a glue gun to expand on the project to make some of them a little bit larger, and go from there. Yeah.
There will be a few of the shavings coming off. So to protect your surroundings, you might want to put a sheet or a plastic covering or a plastic tablecloth, whatever.
And then that'll give you opportunity to go through some of the clippings and extra pieces, and the ones you want to discard, and save some of the ones for some of the extra glue-on pieces of your flowers.
And we had the most fun with the little pieces. They helped us be creative because they were odd shapes, and we went, that would be a good nose.
Yeah. So definitely save all your little pieces, and you'll find a way to use them in some of the other costumes. Tracing around the outline of the flower, and then we're going to do some details when I get there.
slicing butter.
But yeah, it's just really easy. Very easy. And you can't goof up. If you cut a flower petal off, I mean, you can glue it back on with a glue gun, change the shape of it with the carving knife.
So this first cut you wanted to be pretty straight, right? And then you're going to do more.
Yeah, you can. Then we're going to go back and go ahead and do a little sculpting on it to change the angles of the flower petals.
But the most wonderful thing was to see a lot of the moms who volunteered. And I think the whole point of putting on the play, I looked at the moms together, working hard to make this happen, and they did it with joy. I mean, they were all just genuinely having a great time together, sharing stories about the kids. They were doing something that was really going to enhance the kids' lives, and the basic communal spirit that happened just doing this part even.
Oh, got everybody else's creative juices going.
Oh.
What they could do at home with some, some other fun decorations for holidays and different things too.
Oh, definitely. So the spirit was just so fun doing this. And you must have had how many moms?
Oh,
There were probably about 20 moms there that day.
yeah, you can get a little assembly line going. Because you'll always find somebody who wants to do like the carving, the painting. They'll find their little niche. What works well for an individual. So then you get your little assembly line going, and it really goes fast. Have some lines cut in them and a little bit more shape to the petal. So we're going to go ahead. I'll show you how to go ahead and just trim right around the edges of the petals to make them more of a round individual piece than a flat surface. Cut out the basic shape now of the flower and did a little detail around some of the petals. Maggie?
So you basically just took off all the corners.
All the
Just
sharp
carved
edges.
them.
All the
And
sharp
it is
edges.
amazing. It looks so easy. I have seen moms that have never done art get in here and they went crazy with this. I mean, they just really got into it. You could tell it was a new art form for them.
Fun things with the inside of the petals. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple small demonstrations on how to make some lines inside the petal area. I'll show you that. Now we're going to do one on the other side. And a simple scraps out of a pile. These were some of the trimmings that I trimmed around some of the petals. You can fold them around, glue them together, and then add those.
Isn't that amazing?
To make more of a three-dimensional petal.
Something you would have thrown away.
Now we finished our final flower cutout, and we're going to go ahead and give it a little extra paint and zap it up a little bit. So I've just gone to the local hardware store, picked up a couple really bright colors of paint, some yellows, pinks, oranges, just so our kids really show up there on the stage. And we're just going to go ahead and do a general, almost like an airbrushing, but we're going to use it right out of the can of paint. So here we go.
And you would want to really coat each leaf?
You can, or depending on if you want your background or your foam rubber to show through a little bit, I think that's great. And what we're going to try to do is stay away from the centerpiece a little bit so that the paint doesn't run on the it's a little bit rough after it's been sprayed on. So the nice soft foam rubber will be underneath the children's chin. So I try to stay away from the center a little bit. But if it goes on there, just take your little carving knife and carve it away. So after you've sprayed basically the whole flower, maybe a yellow or an orange, you can come back with a second color of paint. To add a little dimension and depth to the color of the flower. You can do the inside edge or the outside edge. See how that changes the look of the flower?
Oh my goodness. That just really... I love the fading part of it. And it naturally happens when it comes out of the can.
Naturally comes out of the spray can in that way. And if you don't like it, if it doesn't turn out the way you want to, get out some more paint and keep going with it.
And I like how you just slightly did the tips there and left the middle alone.
And that'll
the inside.
And that'll get you going with your flowers. Here's some of the finished pieces that we've finished earlier.
And look at the detail that she put in there, the adding of the extra pieces.
And these were just the scrap pieces like I showed you earlier from the trimmings off of the flower. We bended, twisted, and actually just glue gunned them onto the center of the flower. You can go back with some fun fabric paints and maybe go ahead and put a few dabs of fabric paints, different colors. Into the foam and with a little shot of the glue gun that you'll probably be using with the scrap material anyway. And there you go. And there's your finished flowers.
How long do you think that took you to do that? Total.
Probably from start to finish, maybe, a half an hour per flower, but you really get into it and you have a lot of fun.
Yes.
So you always tend to spend a little bit more time, with the flowers. But, when you start out, it might start a little bit slower and then, you go, great guns and just, get moving right along.
And it's the community thing too. There are a lot of people doing this too, so you can really get a lot of bang for your buck by getting a lot of people involved.
Each individual person will make his own type of flower. So that's what makes it a lot of fun, because each individual will do a different look for a flower, and that's what makes it so fun when the kids are on stage. Everybody looks a little bit different. They don't blend in. You know your kid right off the bat who's on the stage because my kid's the blue flower. That's a lot of fun. Okay, there you go.